Greetings everyone, welcome in MechWarrior Online. Today we are playing another recently buffed mech, Orion 1-K. Why Orions got buffed? Don't ask me. They were incredibly strong brawlers before the patch and now they are even stronger. No reason whatsoever in my mind, but hey, since I enjoyed these mechs before, I will certainly enjoy them now. But before we will dive into the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It is really helping me. So let's go. Really? Well, that was optimistic. Both of us were really optimistic. So what's the plan? Because I am waiting for you guys.
Target engaged.
Is there anything there at all? No, not really. Some drive-by. Hope it's not really clear.
Target engaged.
UAV. Hey, let's push top. Let's push top. Fafnir is pushing. Let's push. Push with King Rat. Move, King Rat. Move, move, move. Oh, too good to be true. That kind of mistake is what I am usually doing and it should be punished. Oh, lucky bastard. But easy stuff just ended. Well, I mean, definitely shouldn't do that, but what now? UAV. You want to push behind us? I'm all for it. I think you should push. Ah, he's testing Warhawk. Warhawk is a fine mech. What? Yep, but I kinda need someone else. That shot came from behind. Well, shit. I'm dead. Started good, but ended not so well. A lot of mistakes at the end on my part. I mean, I couldn't possibly know that they will hit me from behind, but the first sign I'm hit from behind, I should drop. Push forward, I mean, probably wouldn't change much since it's 3-9, but it would be a better decision. Oh well, hindsight 2020 and all that. Well, what can you say? You cannot win all of them. And I think good enough for government work. Let's see. Yeah, I think, oh, 25 team damage. Didn't even notice. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I think good enough for government work. This mech still works. In Crabbo and Highlander. Oh, Keeper. That would be a brawler. I hope. Because wasting Keeper on anything else is kinda...
Target engaged.
Well, not something I would do, let's just put it that way.
Was that I think the bigger switch shot 95 feet.
Do I want to risk moving here? Those guys will shot me to pieces if they have a brain. I don't know.
Gonna drop.
Target engaged.
Wolf City. And jump.
Charlie 4.
Tank strike protocol.
Charlie drop. Fucking pain in the ass. Can we move right on?
Enemy mech
Beagle.
destroyed. Target engaged. Target engaged.
Pieces.
Unlucky there, mate. Seriously, King Crabbo. Seriously, guys.
Enemy mech destroyed.
7. Big flop there.
Enemy mech
Already out on golf.
What's here?
target engaged.
That's maybe a risky move, what I'm doing there.
Oh, there's a force wall. There's a force wall.
Wait, what?
Tank strike protocol active. Enemy mech destroyed.
The harder left, people.
That was
You gotta drop his EV. Where are you?
I was. You clearly saw what I see. What I saw. Oh. Okay. Come here. Come here.
There's a fall. There's a fall.
Light amplification.
This keeper is blocking my view.
Enemy mech destroyed.
What? I was blinded, but you mother.
Their partner's DCM broke. E4.
Target engaged.
This keeper better keep his.
Target engaged.
Oh, I should unlock my arms there. But
Target
what can you do? You must be joking, dude.
tank strike protocol active.
No, you are gone. You are gone, dude.
Stop there.
Like, Orion do not take prisoners.
Let's get the Jaeger.
Enemy mech detected.
Yeah, I'm too far away from this one, I think, to affect the outcome there.
Enemy mech
Yep.
destroyed.
Nevertheless, I said good enough for government work. And that's how you play Orion-K? All of the Orion, really. They are magnificent brawlers. I really like Orions. What can I say? I like brawling in this game. I know it's a long range kinda meta right now, or rather I should say OP lights and then long range, and brawling and then medium range, and brawling is like last, especially heavier and assault brawling. But I love to do it. Sue me. Alright. Orion K. So what is the claim to fame of this one? Because this is a less known brother in the Orion family. What the English on me? Family. The most known Orion is obviously VA, a Little Atlas as it is known. But K? Wait, K have its own place in the family. One ballistic weapon hardpoint, 4 energy, 2 missile, and 1 AMS. So this mech have good hitbox. This is CT. Those are side torsos. And those are arms. Arms are, you can shield with them, but they are not terribly great in it. Side torsos are shielding the CT quite nicely. So hitboxes are okay-ish, not great, not terrible, to be honest. In terms of agility, nothing to write home about really. Show you something similar. For example, this one, the same agility roughly as the Orion. What else? With similar wave. Timberwolf. Well, Timberwolf is more agile, definitely. Not massive difference, but Timberwolf is a more agile one. So right in the middle, really. Not terribly agile, not terribly slow in terms of heavy mechs. And the weapon mounts, weapon choices are, well, how to put it politely? The placing of the weapon mounts and the overall number of weapon mounts tends to make this mech into, sorry cell phone, tends to make this mech into brawler or learn both, but I wouldn't, to be honest. I wouldn't. Brawler is definitely better choice for this one. Why? Well, thanks to the quirks, obviously. Ballistic cooldown minus 10%, ballistic velocity plus 10, energy cooldown minus 10%, hit minus 15, velocity plus 15. So yes, our weapons are quirked really nicely, and additionally ridiculous amounts of additional armor. This mech have how to put it, a typical 80 to 85 ton clan mech would be really happy to have the armor and structure of the Orion, put it that way, armor especially. So yes, tough cookie. Claim to fame for this one is definitely toughness, ability to deliver quite a potent alpha and twist shield. It is mech tougher to kill than you would expect. Well, you saw me doing just that in the videos. In any other heavy mechs in this game, I would be dead twice over. This may be slightly controversial to some of you, mostly because I use Ultra Autocannon 20, not AC20, and we don't have quirk for jump chance on this one, but it was my preference to use Ultra AC20 for additional firepower. And all of this, Ultra AC20, 2 SRMs with Artemis, and 4 medium pulse lasers, are adding up to possibly, well, if we double tap our autocannon, almost 90 points of alpha. So very potent alpha. Well, we have just enough ammunition to fit those systems. Light engine 290 propel us to 63, not even 63 kilometers per hour. And hit management is, well, 13 hit sinks is okay-ish. So, very hard hitting, very tough, not especially fast or agile brawler. And as you clearly saw in the video, it's perfectly capable of staying and killing and surviving. I really like this mech. But as a side note, as I said, if you don't want to use Ultra Autocannon 20 because you definitely stare at your enemy that much longer, double tapping Ultra AC20, you can use AC20 just fine. You will have more tonnage for whatever you are fancy. Why not? you can go faster with AC-20, and that way you just twist, fire everything and twist, fire everything and twist. Sometimes in certain situations that would be even more effective than Ultra Autocannon 20. Skill tree. Well, this will be somewhat controversial to some, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. What we want from this one? We want heat generation, because all those weapon systems combined generate a lot of heat. Velocity, yes, especially for missiles and cannon, because obviously lasers travel with speed of light. The faster your projectile is going, the easier it is for you to hit moving target, especially fast moving light target. Cooldown. Cooldown, yes, cooldown is important because your weapons are cycling all that much faster, but your limiting factor usually is heat, not cycle time, to be honest. So not that much important. I took cooldowns only when these nodes, those skill points, lead me to more important things, like heat generation, for example. Range. In my opinion, you don't really need range on the brawler builds, because range nodes are working on percentage base. So if your weapons have, for example, 270 meters of range, 1% of that, one skill point from that is 2.7 meters. Is that a lot? I don't know, I guess you will be the judge. For me, it's not that important. Nature of a beast make it that you want to be very close to your target anyway, especially with missiles, so I wouldn't really engage my opponents over these 300 meters anyway. Not optimal, definitely. So range, not that important for me. Obviously, magazine capacity and enhanced autocannon, ultra autocannon, because we took ultra autocannon in this case. But, for example, I didn't invested anything in missile spread, explosive, and even in missile rack, because in my opinion I didn't had enough skill points. Survival. Most sensible thing here on this mech, on this build, would be like top it off everything in survival, because we have so many survival quirks. We need to really enhance this. Remember, skill points work, they are working percentage based, but they are taking into the account armor the mech have without quirks, and the armor you are getting from the quirks. Usually I am filling these three up, but not in this case. I really want to, but I didn't. I choose to distribute the points differently. Why? Well, let me show you why. Mobility, nothing. Jump jets, nothing. Operations. I judged that this one is more important in this case, because I was running into the heat trouble. And heat troubles are not something you want to have when you are staring your enemy into the eyes from 50 meters. You cannot allow yourself to have heat troubles. So sadly, I didn't use all those points in survival tree. I just relied on quirks in this case. Sensors, nothing I would like to have, definitely, but as before, not enough skill points. Auxiliary tree. As usual, 2 enhanced cool shots and 2 additional consumables, whatever you choose them to be. UAV, airstrike, sure, why not? Airstrike and artillery strike, fine, whatever float your boat. Orion 1-K, very, very tough brawler. Recently buffed again for some strange reason. Anyway, if you enjoyed this one, click a like, comment on it, and subscribe to the channel. See you later, everyone.